Hey, this is Cam from Gibsunday, and thanks so much for watching part 1 of the Beetronics Zzombee demo walkthrough. This is part 2, and as you've seen in part 1, this pedal is crazy. That's why I've broken this video up into a two-parter so that it's a little bit easier to consume. Now that we've gone through everything in part 1, let's jump into part 2 and see all of the other aspects of this incredible pedal, like the presets and more, and all of the crazy sounds that we can get from this. So, without further ado, let's jump into part 2 of the Beetronics Zzombee.
Whew. Okay, so now we're gonna go into mad mode. In mad mode, there are thousands of random filter patterns to choose from. In fact, holy shit, 65,536 different patterns. That is why you cannot take a Beetronics pedal and plug it in and just go to town. In this mode, the tap division, which is the Parasite alt control, is now used to scroll through all the different patterns. That's amazing. This Zzombee can generate extremely musical patterns that keep renovating as you renovating. That's an interesting way to use that word. I like it. Good job, team. Keep renovating as you scroll through the knob up and down. This isn't ideal because there's no visual component. You know, I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know where I'm at. I don't like that. And 65,000, you basically just have to be okay with never knowing what you're getting. The wingspan and depth controls will really aggravate the rhythmic character of the pattern. Setting it to lower frequencies when you roll down the wingspan and will make the pattern sound more rhythmic. Setting it to higher frequencies rolling up the wingspan will make the patterns more subtle and ambient. That's interesting. So more rhythmic down, more ambient up. Now we're gonna put it in mad mode. All right, got it in mad. I'm gonna go ahead and now make the move and turn the drive up a little bit. So the Parasite is now going to be the pattern. Okay, so it's just, you know, like that. If you watch the LED, you'll notice it's going to change kind of constantly, which is cool because this is telling you what the rhythm is. Pretty cool. So you can tap the tap tempo, or you can hold it to momentarily start and stop. This is your bypass on and off. Double tap to start stop modulation movement. So on dictates movement. Yeah, I see how it's affecting it. And then you hold it to tweak the alternate controls. So the B is the rate when you're holding it down for your alternate. Parasite is the pattern when holding it down for alternate, and wingspan is depth. So let's see what we get out of it first. If this pedal doesn't make it onto the list of like best pedals in 2022, I don't, I'm going to make some really mean phone calls. This pedal is crazy. I mean, we've got LFO, we've got ramps, we've got wah-wahs, we've got tremolos, we've got all, this is nuts. And here's the other thing is that we have not even explored the second half. Like, we're not even in the other filter. This is bonkers. We're just in the octave. This right now is just affecting the octave. Okay, let's keep going because I'm not getting any further. All right, so filter off and amplitude mode. When the filter router toggle is set to the off position, which is the middle, the Zzombee becomes a whole different beast. Filter off means the Zzombee will now modulate amplitude. On the amplitude mode, you can create tremolo, cross tremolo, volume swells, or even just use the pedal as a drive. Fuzz, and low octave. Use the mode toggle to switch between modes. There are 3 amplitude modes. Par and B modes are very similar. In these modes, you can set volume ramps, just like the ramp mode, but now we're ramping up the volume of each signal. You can also make immediate ramps to add each signal momentarily. So par and B. So it's now in par mode. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going because now the next page is actually like walking through it. Okay, so in the par mode, these modes are very similar. In these modes, the wingspan function as a tone control for the Parasite, which is the low octave. Okay, so something I don't love, this is, again, it incorporates who they are, but it also makes it kind of frustrating. Having to remember what Parasite is versus what B is versus what, like, wingspan kind of helps, but like Parasite, I don't love. I mean, it just, you know, there's so much happening in the pedal that you're also having to remember their vernacular, and I don't love that. So, you know, that of all the critiques, like it's not a huge thing. So while holding down the bypass foot switch, tweak the speed for the ramp up. Same as before, counterclockwise will make it shorter and faster. Clockwise will make it slower. In this mode, you see the green light is on, so when I hold this, it's gonna ramp off. This is kind of a cool effect. Like there's something about like being able to swell into a drive I've never really done. Okay, so now it should be like immediate. Okay, so now it's in a spot where it's at 0, so it's immediate start, immediate stop. So you could see the light come on, activating it, deactivating it. All right, so double tap it to activate it, leave it on, and now it's going to be off on. This is so insane. Okay. That's par B for amplitude. X mode, cross tremolo. All right, let's see. In this mode, a tremolo effect is applied to both signals, B and Parasite. The tremolo pulse alternates between B and Parasite, bouncing back and forth from one to another. This alternation between root and the low octave is an effect unique to this pedal. We call it cross tremolo. In this mode, the wingspan functions as a depth control. Okay, so we're going to set the depth at 75%. So assuming to the right is more, depth control is a wave shape of the tremolo. It morphs from sine to square as depth increases. So it's going to be a lot punchier, a lot more staccato, and a lot less smooth as you go from left to right. Use the wingspan alt control to set the tone for the low octave. So I'm going to go ahead and just crank the low octave up. Okay. When you select X mode, the tremolo modulation starts by default. That's where we're at. To stop it, double tap the bypass foot switch. To restart, double tap it again. Okay. Now, it's because this is an amplitude mode, remember that what it is first is a drive right now. So I can turn it on and it's not going to activate the cross trim. It's going to activate the low octave and the fuzz. All right, now I'm going to double tap it and it'll turn the tremolo back on, which is not standard to have it off. Having it on is how it turns on by default when you go into X mode amplitude. There it is back on. Holding the ramp foot switch, this one here, will momentarily stop the tremolo. You can get really creative with adding tremolo to small sections while you play. That is cool. The ramp rate LED, the left LED, will indicate the rate and depth of the tremolo. If the tremolo is turned off, this LED will stop. For tap division instructions, refer to diagram on LFO mode page. So standard tremolo, you can also use a Zzombee as a standard trim without the cross effect. All you have to do is roll off either the Parasite or B, and you will have what you're looking for. Cross tremolo. I mean, I'm just like, I'm kind of blowing through it because there's so much of it that is really, really, really hard to get into. So after this, it teaches like how live mode works. Every time you flick it to the live mode, the pedal will read the positioning of the main controls. That means that the Parasite, wingspan, and B knobs will sound on the position that you visually see them. So yeah, so whatever it is in live is how it's gonna work. So presets, the signal path on the Zzombee is fully analog. However, this B is digitally parasitized. Parasitized, right? Parasitized. Okay, giving you the option to save and recall up to 5 presets. Here's how to do it. Set the preset toggle to live mode and dial in a sound. Once you're ready to save it, hold down both foot switches for 2 seconds and the LED will flick to an increasing rate until it's fully lit. Once you let go of the foot switch, that LED will start flashing Zzombee in Morse code. For real, not a joke. It indicates that you are on save mode. Flick the preset toggle to the preset in which you would like to save it and hold both foot switches again for a couple seconds. The LED will flash again, meaning it's saved. Okay, so I like this sound here. Let's leave it in. To bring this back down. Okay. Once you are ready to save it, hold down both foot switches for 2 seconds. All right. 1, 2. All right, now what? I guess I should turn it on. All right, let's try it this way. Once you are ready to save it, hold down both foot switches and the LED will flick. Okay, there we go. Start flashing Zzombee Morse code indicates you are on save mode. Flick the toggle preset to the preset in which you would like to save it and hold both foot switches again for a couple of seconds. So we're going to put it in 1. 1. Okay, so we're currently in amplitude mode, so I'm going to turn it to honey, throw it like this. Basically, I'm going to mess with everything so that live mode plays what we see. Okay, now let's see if it goes back to preset 1. Okay, that's sweet. So I now have a preset in there. I haven't done that yet. That was cool. That was easier than I thought it would be. That's how you save presets. And you also just saw me recall them too. So I think that is actually everything in here. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything. The expression input, the Zzombee can connect to anything, any standard 10K expression pedal. Unlike other expression pedals, the Zzombee expression can be customized and saved with each preset. So when I created that preset, let's create a different one. Okay, so I was setting this up not just to wank, but right now you can see that my expression pedal is 100%. So if I hold this down for 2 seconds, okay, it now knows that I want to save it. So it flashed Zzombee at me in Morse code. That's what that was. I'm going to put it over in 2, and then I'm going to hold down both again, and it's going to also save the expression. So if I don't have the expression later, it will still recall the preset. This is so great. Okay, so that was actually effective. So expression pedal will act like a wah pedal when you're in ramp mode. The expression pedal will control the LFO rate when you're LFO and X mode. You can save different rates for heel and toe positions. You can also use a tap division to make the heel or toe be a subdivision of the other. That's pretty cool. Oops, sorry, I just knocked over my water bottle. When you're in mad mode, the expression controls the sweep of the filter. When you're in par and B modes, the expression controls the volume of the parasite or B signal. Okay, so for the last couple of things that I want to do is I'm going to go through 2 or 3 of these presets that they included in the manual. I'm going to grab a few of them and just see what it sounds like because it's going to be fun. So let's start with the first one because, you know, it's first. All right, going to put it. So let's go through and set everything up. This one is called Alien Bees. So it is in octave mode, in mad mode, a lot of buzz. I'm going to put the wingspan here, parasite here, B here, and then with alternate controls, I'm going to put tap division here, depth here, and leave the bee rate the same. Okay, so this is now Alien Bees. Let's see what it sounds like. Yo, it's not crazy, but it sounds good. Let's do something random. CB Monster, okay? So gonna leave it here in octave. Gonna put it in LFO. Gonna leave the buzz up. Now we're gonna take Parasite and put it about there. Put the Parasite there. Put the depth here. Put the rate there. This is called CB Monster. Hold the ramp rate to stop the CB Monster from howling. All right, let's see what happens. Another cool one. All right, this is called Honey Swells. All right, so Honey Swells. So we're gonna put it in mad mode. Gonna put it in buzz mode. Gonna put it in octave. We haven't used the honey once. Nice. Lips. All right, no, we're not. We're gonna do this way. We're gonna put it in honey, put it in ramp, put it in the middle, and now let's put everything where it should go. All right, so Parasite ramp down, wingspan depth here, and then be here. Now let's adjust the alternate. So ramp up is gonna go about here. Wingspan is gonna go about here, sorry, depth. And then ramp down is gonna go about here. We are in live mode. This is called Ditch My Wah. That's enough of that. I hope that you've enjoyed walking through the Beetronics Zzombee. My name is Cam. Thanks so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this, please click the like button, consider subscribing and sharing it with your friends. There's also a whole great ton of information below about joining our Facebook group, finding some Gibsunday merch, where to follow me and more, and also how to check out the Gibsunday podcast. So thanks so much. Until next time, stay tuned.